Hello, in this video we're going to cover seller reports on the JVZoo system. To get to those we go to Sellers, Reports, and then I'm just going to run down the list here. The first one we're going to look at is Paid to Affiliates. When you go to this report you're going to get the standard search engine that is at the top of many JVZoo sections. This allows you to pick a start date and end date for your report, or pick some settings that are pre-made here. And you have two other drop downs. One is where you can pick a specific product, and the other is where you can pick a specific funnel. This allows you to select a specific product or a specific sales funnel if you're trying to find out how much you paid out to all of your affiliates on that promotion. There is an important checkbox here. This allows you to exclude JVZoo from the results. Now, most of the time you'll see JVZoo sales indicated as BBC systems in your sales reports. This will exclude BBC sales and only show the actual affiliates. Now, if you pick a specific date, for example, if I pull down this menu and pick all time, the report will update and will show me all of the payouts I've had to all affiliates. And what you'll have is a list here of affiliate names, affiliate sales, the number of products sold, and the amount paid. I have these amounts blocked out, obviously, because they're private information. I will note that BBC Systems is one of the affiliates at the top of the list here. If I click to exclude them and then click the search, it will update and remove them from the list and from all of the totals. Now, if I were to select a specific funnel or a specific product, we would get the same report with just the information for that product or funnel. Pretty self-explanatory from there on out. The next report we're going to cover is sales. This is the report that you're going to be looking at the most. When you click to your sales report, it will automatically come up with today's date and all of the sales for today, actually all of the visitors and sales. If you have visitors but no sales, you will still get a report. You'll find out who the affiliate was that sent each click, what product the click was sent to, the number of visitors, the number of sales generated, the conversion rate, which is the number of sales divided by the number of visitors, which will give you a percentage, the percent of visitors that actually turned into buyers. We get dollars per visitor. And what that does is it takes the total amount of the sale times the number of sales and then divides that by the number of visitors. This is also referred to as EPC, earnings per customer. So conversions and dollars per visitor are two very important statistics to show how well your sales material or your affiliates are doing. Dollars per sale simply takes the total dollars sold for that product and divides by the number of sales. What this tells you is if your product is selling for different amounts, here's the dollar per sale. Also, the green bar at the top is the totals. So this is your total dollars per sale across all of your product sales, and the earnings per visitor across all of your product sales, and the conversion rate across all of your product sales. Then we, of course, have a total at the end, which shows the total dollars sold. You can pick a number of things off of the list here to narrow things down. You can pick pre-made dates, or you can set your own start and end date and click refresh, and it will update. If you use tracking IDs, the TID equals additional variable on the end of your URLs, then you can search for the tracking ID here as well, and it will narrow out those sales. All of the column tops as shown are links, so you can sort by those, so you can have highest or lowest sales first, highest or lowest conversions, etc. There is a button right here which will allow you to export these results as a CSV file. This is a text file which is comma separated. That's what the CSV stands for, comma separated values. This file can be imported into Excel or used in a number of other ways to look at your sales data. Now, moving along to the next report, we have pre-approvals. Pre-approvals are recurring payment products like membership sites. You can search for your pre-approvals and also get a forecast of how much it's forecasted you will make based on your history. Again, as with other reports in JVZoo, we do have things that we can use to narrow down the search, and all of the column headings are fairly self-explanatory. This payments cur max is how many payments were currently made and what the maximum are. PayPal has made adjustments over the years in the number of payments you can charge in a recurring setup. It is now up to, I believe, 10 years of payments, but it has changed. So if you made recurring sales before the latest change, this will show which ones are pre-change and which ones are post-change. Our next report to look at is the transaction report. This allows you to search for specific PayPal transaction IDs, emails, coupon codes, and JVZoo payment IDs. For example, I'll put one of my JVZoo payment IDs in here. This is the receipt number from one of the sales that I've made. When we search for that, it brings up a detailed receipt showing the transaction ID, when the sale was made, the date and time, the product name, the price that was paid, who the affiliate was, who the purchaser was, the purchaser's IP address, the purchaser's PayPal email, the status of the sale, whether it's completed or refunded, and then a very important and useful piece of data down here, the download history. That's in this table. This shows the date and time that the person actually clicked their link on the JVZoo receipt to get through to your download area. It also shows the IP they accessed from, as well as the agent information, which is what their browser sends through to identify which browser they used. Now, the reason that this is important is if PayPal lets you know that the person is disputing and saying that they've never accessed it or they never got their software, this is an important piece of information to provide to PayPal on your side in order to get that dispute taken care of in your favor. If you ever have a person who needs to have their receipt email resent from JVZoo, this is where you do it. You bring up their purchase and you resend their receipt. Our final set of reports to look at is taxes. We're not going to go very deep into this because it's pretty self-explanatory. If you are in the EU or another country that uses a VAT, a value-added tax, you can pull up a report on your VAT by country and VAT individual transactions. Same with sales tax. In the US, you can pick up sales tax by country or sales tax transactions.